with the next presentation and then have a round of discussion and question and answer together with both speakers.
Yeah, thank you. No. Yes. Yeah. To restart. So. And just put some. Okay, so I have to restart. So while I'm restarting my computer, as usual, that's probably part of the 5%. Exactly, I cannot blame you. Thank you for having me today. I'm glad to be here. Before I started, I was just wondering how many of you have access to broadband? How many of you have access to a digital camera? I mean, I was thinking about what you said earlier and the past, the history of the last 20, 30 years. And now, I mean, I know there are good ringtones in the audience. Probably some of us have even a camera phone. And probably some of you have already gone to a website where you can download or upload videos, like MySpace or others, and YouTube. This is just there are a lot of factors that explain the booming of the video the last months. All these factors and all these aspects of life is just democratized now, and we came up with an idea that we call that the videocracy. So I will share with you when it's working.
This is one of the big differences between the consumer electronic industry and the computer industry. I mean, you don't expect so often to restart your TV, or it's.
Thank you. Probably
we're still living in a primitive age, for sure.
Yeah. I think it's part of, in a day you have always 5% of presentation that don't go well, and probably I'm increasing that number today with you.
I mean, what we can do, we can discuss with Jamie and give you time that you don't feel rushed. Okay, shall we do that? Okay. Okay.
I forgot to make the conclusion that I wanted to mention to all of you, which Stefan's going to also clearly add to. The point of all of this is also that the user is obviously in control at this point, and I think it's something that we've all accepted. And I did want to actually point out, based on something that you said earlier about the music industry, I think that the film industry, having been at MySpace for 3 years, is so much further along, actually, in adopting and engaging and using these tools in the right way than the actual music industry was. Artists are a different thing. But from an industry perspective, I have to say that it's been incredibly impressive from both the independent, grassroots, and the major studio side of things to watch how the studio marketing people and all the other marketing people have really come to understand that they can build real, tangible audience in communities and leverage them for a long time and a long cycle after a movie just comes out. You know, we're talking buzz, we're talking pre-release, 4 months out, we were doing a Pirates of the Caribbean profile to build, ground buzz for a movie like that, all the way to the DVD, the re-release of the DVD. These are communities that are going on and on and on. And in particular, I think it also addresses another interesting aspect of what content will mean, in that, in a way, content is almost going to be like a brand. And even if you build a movie as the main portion of it, people interacting on different types of platforms, they're going to be consuming your content in different ways, and they won't necessarily look at just the movie as the one thing that they identify with. You know, it could be the characters, it could be the merchandising, it could be, you know, the technology aspect of it. And I think the websites and the online interaction is showing a lot of that.
Actually, when we were talking about the atomization earlier, when the Q&A with Warren, I mentioned the short film, but when I had left the stage, it came to my mind that, of course, in this realm of brand fiction that's developing, like Harry Potter or Pirates of the Caribbean that you mentioned, that there are single elements, like characters or scenes, that you can take out and use somewhere else, in a game, on a website, and yeah. But I heard that...
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, let me, without further introduction, present you this week's Videocrat, if we have sound now.
Another one of those covers. I'm going to do my own stuff, so I really hope you enjoy this, okay?